From beautiful Red Wilson Field in South Yarmouth, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have made one last trip over on the road to cap off a 2019 summer. Today they'll be taking on the YD Red Sox for the second time in as many days to end the summer. Hyannis played spoiler to YD's playoff hopes last night, picking up a much-needed win at home to improve their record to 8-32-3 coming into the night here on the road. John Gassman will send out a lineup that looks like this against starter Mark DeLuia. Jordan Westberg leads off and plays shortstop. Ian Fair following him at first. Hunter Goodman behind the dish with Jared DeSantolo doing the DH duties. Trevor Hopper in left, Randy Jordan at center, Rigsby Mosley out in right, Jackson Olsen at third, and Anthony Servideo at second as he rounds out the nine. So this game, playoff implications for one team, but for Hyannis, just trying to have some fun and cap off a 2019 summer. And Brendan Howe, Lyle Goldstein here with you, bringing you all the action tonight on the road from Red Wilson Field in South Yarmouth. And Lyle, last night was pretty fun.
Yeah, it 100% was. I mean, it was the best pitcher's duel we've probably seen all season. I mean, right up there with that Orleans game out at Eldridge Park. But absolutely, and you got to look back to that ninth inning where there were just two masterful plays on defense, capped off by that Bryce Teodosio diving grab and then doubled off the runner going back to first. So Hyannis, a team that's obviously been off and on with their pitching at times this season, turned in their best outing of the summer, hands down. We'll see how that transfers over today.
Well, Hyannis will send starter Cole Pleckett to the mound. That'll come in the bottom of the first inning. And a bit of a cool story for Cole as he gets to start on the finale of the 2019 summer for Hyannis. We'll dive into that a little bit deeper as the broadcast goes on throughout the night. But for YD starter Mark DeLuia, making just his second appearance in a YD uniform to end the summer regular season-wise for these Red Sox. Jordan Westberg makes his way up to the boxes. He'll dig in from the right side. And for Westberg, last night picked up a double in the fifth inning. Trying to end the summer on a strong note here in Hyannis before heading back to Mississippi State. DeLuia, the right-hander out of Maryland, works from the middle of the rubber. Primarily from the stretch as he stares down Westberg into the box. First pitch from DeLuia on the way. Fastball good for a strike. Picks up the outside corner. We're underway at 4:50 on the dot. So the count of 0-1 to Westberg, a .330 hitter as he enters today. DeLuia, 0-1 offering. Breaking ball down. So the 44th and final matchup for both of these squads entering the afternoon. A bit earlier start. Scheduled 4:45 time. Of course, YD, one of the three fields with no lights, so obviously these games start a little bit earlier. Westberg cuts and misses through a high fastball. He's behind 1-2. DeLuia's first appearance came July the 25th. So just under a week in between appearances for the right-hander. 1-2 to Westberg. Breaking ball off the end of the bat. That's going to get through into left field. A base hit through the 5-6 gap. And Westberg start things off on the right foot for Hyannis. He's aboard with nobody out to start off the ball game. They'll bring in Ian Fair.
Number 37, Ian Fair.
Hyannis was able to just put up one run last night, but it was good enough to get the job done off of a brilliant pitching performance from Tommy McCullum and Landon Kelly. DeLuia fires first pitch, a fastball to Fair that runs high at the letters, 1-0 the count. YD leads the season series 2-1. They took both matchups in a home-and-home set on July the 3rd and 4th. 1-0 to Ian. Fastball runs away. 2 balls, no strikes. A slight breeze blowing across the ballpark toward right field. Last time Hyannis made the trip out here to Red Wilson, they held a 7-5 lead going into the final inning of play before it was called to darkness, but by that point, YD had come back to take it. Bear takes a look at a fastball. That one catches the outside corner. 2-1 to the northeastern bat. Hunter Goodman loosening up in the on-deck area just in front of us. Short lead for Westberg, held on by Jack Wold at first. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Bear out in front of an off-speed pitch to pull the count even 2-2. Ian's average just continues to rise up to 357. 2-2 from Deluya. Fastball, strike three called. He got him looking. First strikeout for Mark on the night, his third of the summer. Fans Ian Fair looking as he takes the walk back to the dugout with Hunter Goodman stepping in.
Number 23, Hunter Goodman.
Again, Deluya made just one appearance against the Chatham Anglers. That was out at Veterans Field, in which he pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 run, no hits, but walked 3. Facing a big bat in Hunter Goodman. First pitch, breaking ball up high, but a called strike as Goodman checked his swing. Double play is in order. R.J. Yeager and Sam Hall shaded a bit toward the second base bag up the middle. 0-1 comes into Goodman, runs inside. A lot of names getting the night off for these YD Red Sox as they're headed to postseason play, trying to get their big name some rest. No Wyatt Young in the lineup. He's usually a mainstay in the middle infield for the YD Red Sox. Breaking ball misses down to Goodman. 2-1 the count with 1 away. No Riley King either, who went 0 for 3 last night. And Brad Beasley, who picked up the lone hit, also taking one to sit on the bench. Before the 2-1, soft throw back over to first, in safely is Westberg. Mark Deluya trying to eat up some innings for Scott Pickler's squad. Right-hander gets a sign from Cardenas behind the plate. Another spin and a check back to first. A bit closer this time, but Westberg able to sneak the hand back in. So this game, although not too important for Hyannis, for the YD Red Sox, has some major playoff implications. 2-1 offering. Fastball foul tipped off of the leg pad of Cardenas as it trickles into foul ground. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And for YD, currently sitting in 3rd place with Orleans and Chatham tied at the top of the Eastern Division for 1st place with 48 points. Those 2 squads are going head-to-head tonight. So if YD can find a way to win this ball game, they can slot themselves into 2nd place in the Eastern Division before postseason play begins. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the count. The Memphis Tiger Goodman pitch. Fastball, pop up right side. That'll drift back and out of play. Goodman staying alive with 2 strikes. A .270 hitter. Of course, those 7 home runs and 35 RBIs. And Goodman still atop the leaderboard on Cape Cod in that category. Ahead by 3 as the regular season draws to a close. Deluya set from the stretch, the 2-2. Breaking ball, Goodman swings. A drive to deep center field, going way back. There's the center fielder, Wells, and it's gone. Hunter Goodman, just like that in the blink of an eye, and is, according to script, deposits one over the wall in left center to give Hyannis a 2-0 lead on the road. 8th home run of the season for Hunter, and RBIs 36 and 37.
Yeah, I think he's got every intention of finishing the summer the Cape leader in RBIs. I mean, that ball was crushed. That's his 2nd home run here at Red Wilson Field this summer. And while Red Wilson has some small dimensions, both of Goodman's home runs, that one included, would have gotten out anywhere in the Cape League.
That one an absolute no-doubter. Goodman got a 2-2 breaking ball and did not miss it. He jumped all over it and put it out of the yard in a hurry, well over the fence. That'll bring in Jared DeSandelo with the bases cleared and still just 1 out. So for Hunter Goodman, ending the summer on a high note, at least so far, as DeSandelo watches a fastball down and in. So a single from Westberg and a home run from Goodman, sandwiched in between that a strikeout to Ian Fair. But this is a Hyannis offense that's really been cruising with the long ball, especially over the course of the last couple of nights. As Jared waves and misses over the top of a breaking ball. Of course, they had back-to-back days against the Wareham Gatemen and Falmouth Commodores in which they went back-to-back. And a home run from Jackson Olsen in Game 2 of that doubleheader on Monday. As the 1-1 to Jared is in. Breaking ball, call strike at the knees. Saying in baseball goes, you live and die by the long ball. Hyannis certainly living down the stretch. Jared calls time in the box, takes 1 foot out and adjusts the gloves for a minute. Now taps the plate and looks back out toward Deluya. 1-2 pitch, fastball up and away. Pretty sizable crowd on hand for the finale here at Red Wilson for these Whitey Red Sox. Been a large crowd each of the 2 times that Hyannis has made the trip as Jared swings and lines one right side foul. And of course, already a line filling up at that famous snack stand here at Red Wilson. Lyle, I didn't go get myself a donut burger before the game. A little upset with myself about it.
I haven't either, but there's still time.
There's still time. I'll see if I can try and work one in. 2-2 to DeSantelo. Breaking ball, that one off the end of the bat in the air to left center. Moving over Wells, dives, and he can't get it. It's going to roll past him to the wall. Scooping up to left fielder Eister as Jared DeSantelo cruises into second base with a 1-out double. The hitting continues for Hyannis as DeSantelo puts himself into scoring position with 1 down.
This is Austin Wells' first start of the summer in center field, so he got a little bit of a late jump on that one. Of course, having to cover a lot more ground than what he usually does playing left. He gave a valiant effort, but just dove a little bit too short of it, and as a result, DeSantelo standing up at second base.
So the offense continuing to roll as that'll bring in Trevor Hoover. Still just 1 out in the inning. DeLeo's left some balls out over the plate, missing his spots a few times in the inning. Right-hander seeing Hoover for the first time. Looks to second, now fires home. Fastball called strike 1. So for Trevor Hoover, also picking up his second long ball this summer. 12 RBIs to go with it and a 239 clip for him. DeLeo's 0-1. Pitch, fastball low and inside. So for DeLeo, this is a guy in his freshman season at Maryland in 2018. Made 12 starts at a 5.62 ERA. 47 strikeouts and 65 2/3. So he had a heavy workload at Maryland a couple seasons ago. Fastball missed low. And again, a very small workload here on Cape Cod so far. First time around, he faced a very, very solid team top to bottom in the Chatham Anglers. Second time around, he runs into a pretty hot Hyannis lineup. 2-1. Breaking ball spiked in the dirt. That's going to get Hoover off the front leg. That'll send Hoover down to first base. DeSantelo was off with the pitch. You saw it get past the catcher Cardenas. He was off to third, but they'll send him back to second on the hit batsman. 2-1 and 1 out. That'll bring in Rowdy Jordan.
From Mississippi State University, number 7, Rowdy Jordan.
So Cole Pleca will have no shortage of runs to play with on the board. Hyannis threatening for more here in the first inning is now meeting on the mound will ensue with Mark DeLuya.
Fans, in the interest of
Rowdy was not in the lineup last night against these Red Sox, but did see some time as part of the doubleheader back on Monday.
Away from the batting cages and out
In
of
Game
the
2 out at
bullpen
Gov Fuller,
area.
Jordan went 0 for 3.
Please throw rubbish into the barrels and recycle the aluminum cans and special barrels located around.
A quick meeting on the mound comes to a close. Cardenas still on top of the hill going over some signs. Jordan talking things over with assistant coach Ron Polk next to the Hyannis dugout and foul ground, along with Rigsby Mosley, who waits on deck. Or rather, we're going to get a pitching change here from Red Wilson. We're going to go to a quick break here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. We'll be back on the other side of the break. Back here from Red Wilson Field in South Yarmouth, Hyannis on top 2-0 in the top of the first inning. A very, very short-lived outing for Mark DeLuya. Scott Pickler calls upon reliever from Northeastern Brandon Dufault to come on into the ballgame. After DeLuya recorded just one out. Gave up a single, a home run, a double, and a hit by pitch. Did work a strikeout to Ian Fair for the lone out on the board. But Hyannis knocking him around early. And his day concludes here in the first inning as Dufault kicks and fires a fastball. Pop up left side, foul ground. Cardenas back toward the fence, but he'll watch it sail out of play. So Rowdy Jordan's the hitter. Rigsby Mosley waits on deck. And for Dufault, his 10th appearance this summer. 7th in relief. 16 in the third innings pitched, 19 strikeouts to 11 walks. He's given up 23 hits. Hyannis with 3 on the board already. 0-1 record and a 7.16 ERA. Jordan, the switch hitter, takes his cuts from the left side. 0-1. Fastball out the inside part of the back, ground ball. Diving stop by the second baseman. Hall, throw to first is in time. That's one heck of a play by Sam Hall. Full extension dive as he hit the deck on the lip of the outfield grass. Got to a knee and fired to first in time. And advances Jared DeSantolo over to third with 2 outs for Rigsby Mosley.
Well, you're absolutely right. He had to go down all the way on his stomach, moving to his left to field that ball on the lip of the outfield grass, then quickly rose to his feet and fired for a bang-bang play.
The back-to-back left-handed hitters as Rigsby Mosley steps in. Brendan Dufault looking to silence Hyannis for the time being. They've got 2 in scoring position. DeSantolo to third, Hover at second. First pitch to Rigsby. That one's cracked in the air to deep left center, sending back Eister and Wells. They're at the wall, but Eister's going to make the grab on the run. So Mosley just getting under that one. Eister able to retreat back toward the wall and make the play to end the inning, but Hyannis puts 2 on the board thanks to a home run from Hunter Goodman. His 8th of the summer puts Hyannis up 2-0 here on the road. YD coming up for their first cuts on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. After a long wait, Cole Pleka finally takes them out here at Red Wilson, and he's got a 2-0 lead to sit on as we enter the bottom of the first inning. Sam Hall, Ron Washington, and Austin Wells, the 3 to hit to start off Cole Pleka's day. Right-hander from Dayton getting the start for Chad Gassman in the regular season finale. Sam Hall set to dig into the right-handed batter's box to start off the bottom of the first. YD finds himself in a hole early. Pleka bends the knees. Out of the windup, kicks and fires. First pitch of fastball, pop up right side. Fair gives it a look. That one will sail out of play over toward the snack stand. But for Pleka on his summer so far, an 0-1 record, a 5.94 ERA. He's made 6 appearances and 3 starts. This is his 4th start of the summer. 7th appearance overall. 16 2/3 innings he's gone. He's got a 0-1 count against Hall. Pitch. Fastball, belt high, called strike 2. And a chance for some revenge for Cole Pleka here in a Hyannis uniform. Started his 2019 summer with the YD Red Sox before being released, and Hyannis jumped all over him. Made a handful of really, really good appearances for Hyannis this summer. Got a count of 0-2 to Hall. Breaking ball just a bit outside. Count moves to 1-2. Pleka's fanned 15 and walked 4 in his summer. He's also given up 22 hits. In his last appearance on July the 26th, took a loss as part of an 8-1 defeat for Hyannis against the Brewster Whitecaps. Count of 1-2. Pleka wind-up pitch. Fastball grounder back towards second base. Servideo to his right. Plants and fires to fair in time. A 4-3 put out to start Pleka's evening. That'll bring in Ron Washington, the DH, batting out of the number 2 spot.
Designated hitter from the University of Pittsburgh, number 29.
Now Washington sent to step in, Wells to follow, but after them, Tate Samuelson, Andrew Eister, and Jack Wold make up the middle third. The final 3, Noah Cardenas behind the plate, R.J. Yeager at short, and Jake Palmer in right rounds out the lineup. Pleka looking for a rather efficient first inning, trying to be pretty economical and eat some innings for Chad Gassman in this ball.